Welcome to Dhruv's MCQ set. Which book that became the best-selling book of its year was a novelization of a Steven Spielberg film that had been made the previous year? Bridge of Spies, The Color Purple, E.T., Munich, or War Horse?
So you're keeping it as a communist or a normal Mimir?
No, it's normal.
Okay.
I'll guess Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies is not correct, Nan.
Oh wow, that was also my guess. Shit. I'll pass. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it.
I'll pass as well.
Oh
Okay.
wow, Pranjal is passing. Okay.
I will say The Color Purple.
The purple is
It was
not
there.
correct. Not correct.
Yeah, it was there earlier. No, it was 80s, early 80s or something. Yeah.
It's E.T.
E.T. Oh,
80.
didn't know that.
Okay. Second
No,
question.
no, no. You didn't.
Second question for Utkarsh. Which
No,
Indian state
I'm just furiously taking notes. Sorry.
is closest to Dhaka as the crow flies? Agartala, Dispur, Itanagar, Kolkata, and Shillong.
Is it Agartala?
It is Agartala, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a train line. There used to be a train line connecting Tripura to Bangladesh, which they destroyed after partition, and they're
Oh.
trying to rebuild this now. Like, if you basically go via Bangladesh, you can basically connect Northeast India in like 2 hours or 3 hours from Calcutta. It's that close. But yeah, unfortunate.
There are a lot of Dhruv Mimirs which are going on. Okay.
Question for Nan. Hypnosis was a design team that started in the UK in the 1970s, responsible for some of rock music's most iconic album covers. Their first album cover was for which band? Though it is difficult to spot right away, the cover blended this Doctor Strange page into its surreal artwork. Options are The Beatles, Genesis, Moody Blues, Pink Floyd, or The Who.
Just hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Into its surreal artwork.
I'm sorry?
No. I was just thinking about the surreal artwork. I'll just can you show the options once again? I'm not able to see all of them.
Pass it to Pranjal.
I was thinking Pink Floyd though.
You are right, it is Pink Floyd.
Nice.
That's the artwork. This is the album cover, which apparently
nice.
takes from this plans. Question for Nan. What name is given to this bird you see here? It is a descriptor used for some other bird species as well, like a type of vulture, a type of tit, etc. Options: bearded reedling, sobbing reedling, moth reedling, spectacled reedling, walrus reedling.
Type of tit. Bearded sounds weird.
I'm pretty sure there is a bearded tit though.
Tit as in what are you speaking about?
There is a bird called tit, Nayan. It's called.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Okay. I'll go with
Yeah,
shit, I'll go with sobbing reading.
it's not that, Pranjal.
Pass.
Passes to Utkarsh.
Walrus? Reedling?
Not walrus reedling. Murty? Murty, are you passing?
Mute. Murty, you're on mute if you're saying
Oh, phone call.
something.
Passes.
Passes.
Hey, listen, if you're going to do like this, I'll bring Aditi back, okay? Yeah. Okay. No, this answer here was bearded reedling.
Bearded. Oh, wow, bearded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question of Pranjal. Eugene Delacroix's painting The Abduction of Rebecca depicts Rebecca being whisked away on a horse in which famous story set in the Middle Ages? Options: Don Quixote, Ivanhoe, Pilgrim's Progress, Robin Hood, or Wife of Bath's Tale.
Wife of Bath's Tale.
It's not that, no?
Rebecca sounds like a hoe of Ivan, and Ivan being having horses, something like that. Let's go with Ivanhoe.
This is dirty reasoning, but you are right. This is Rebecca sounds like a hoe of Ivan, it seems. The 1982 Stephen King novel was made into a coming-of-age film in 1986, the second fictional feature film by a famous director. It was nominated for the Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar. Who was the director? Options are Alan J. Pakula,
Oh shit.
Oliver Stone, Richard Attenborough, Rob Reiner, or Tim Burton.
No
Rob
worries.
Reiner. Stand by me.
No worries, Arnold.
Say again, please.
Rob Reiner.
That's correct. Rob Reiner for Stand By Me. Question for Murthy. Murthy, you're here, right? You're here. Are you available now?
Yes, yes, yes.
First question for you. Carmen Sternwood is the name of the antagonist in a famous detective story. While seemingly nothing more than a spoiled brat, she turns out to be a scheming murderer. A crime is covered up with the help of her sister, and the detective leaves them be as they are. Who is the detective? You have options: Charlie Chan, John Rebus, Kurt Wallander, Philip Marlowe, and Sam Spade.
I have never heard of any of these people.
You heard of some of them.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go with John Rebus.
That is not correct. Pranjal.
Oh man.
Pass.
Passes to Utkarsh.
Pass.
Passes to Nayan.
In yesterday's quiz, there was a question about Charlie Chan, but I'm not sure because the rest four can also be a detective like Sam Spade and all. But Carmen Sternwood sounds like some American name. I'll go with Charlie Chan because he was also American.
If I ever forget to start the timer, I know there's one person who will make me regret it. Nayan, what was your final answer?
Charlie Chan.
Charlie Chan is not right.
Ah, shit.
The answer was Philip Marlowe from The Big Sleep.
Oh, okay.
Question for Murthy. The 1998 Beninese film A Divine Carcass by Dominique Leroux is about which kind of an object being passed from person to person and being taken apart to turn into the titular divine carcass. Options: Dahomey ivory shark, 100 pack of cigarillos, Paul Gauguin painting, Peugeot car, and treehouse.
Dahomey ivory shark.
You are incorrect. Hello.
Oh man.
And then pass.
Last Utkarsh.
Pass.
Last name.
I'll take a non-comp. I'm not sure.
What's your non-comp?
Is it Paul Gauguin's painting?
It's not Paul Gauguin painting.
Pushakar.
It is Peugeot car, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, didn't know that. Okay. Nice. Oh, Carcass. Okay.
Oh,
Ah.
Okay. That completes first round. As you have probably picked up by now, it seems like guessing is a good strategy, but it isn't. You still need to know something. Otherwise, you probably should.
Yeah.
Question for Utkarsh. Who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for playing Johnny Nolan, an alcoholic waiter in a certain part of New York City that's named in the film's title? He dreams big while his wife supports the family, with their daughter as the movie's central character. Options: Ed Begley, Frank Sinatra, Jack Nicholson, James Gunn, and Michael Caine.
Wow.
James Gunn.
James Gunn is right, yeah.
Nice.
Is it Hell's Kitchen? Oh, okay. Tree grows and okay. Why always that?
Question for Utkarsh. Which one of the following national flags does not have the star and crescent symbol on it? Azerbaijan, Jordan, Libya, Malaysia, or Tunisia?
Libya.
Not Libya. Pranjal?
Jordan?
Jordan's right.
Yep. Nice.
Question for
Which one?
the town car is a particular model of a famous car brand that is central to the plot of a movie. Sorry, does somebody want to see the previous image? I can go back.
No worries, no worries.
Jordan was the one in the middle. It didn't have a crescent in it. Okay. The town car is a particular model of a famous car brand that is central to the plot of a movie and is prominently featured throughout the film. Which film? Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Gone in 60 Seconds, The Lincoln Lawyer, Thelma and Louise, and Transformers. Incidentally, basic one to which?
Pass.
Actually, wait, it's a direct and it's an MCQ. I don't think we should allow passes.
Oh, okay, I'll go with the Lincoln Lawyer.
It is Lincoln Lawyer, correct?
Wow. Thank you.
Question for Nayan. Which of these music bands have not ever featured siblings in the lineup? Bon Jovi, CCR, Heart, The National, and Radiohead.
Hmm. Bon Jovi?
It's not Bon Jovi. Is it? Oh wait, yeah, it is Bon Jovi. Sorry, it's Bon Jovi.
Got it? Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
question for Pranjal. The Serie A, is that how it's said? Serie A?
Serie A.
Syria.
Serie A, really? Oh,
Yeah,
Serie
like Tamil.
Serie A recognizes the Capo Cannonieri, the top goal
Yeah.
for each season. Since 2021, the award has been named after which great player? An educated guess is possible. Number one, Alessandro Del Piero, or Diego Maradona, or Paolo Rossi, or Roberto Baggio, or Silvio Piola.
Maradona.
He is not Maradona. Okay.
Piola.
Piola is not right. Utkarsh.
Yep.
Roberto Baggio.
It is not Roberto Baggio.
Oh, not Baggio. Oh.
We have a case where now Nayan has to choose between two options.
Paolo Rossi or Alessandro Del Piero. Yeah, why not? Let's go into this crapshoot. I'll say Paolo Rossi.
Is correct. It is Paolo Rossi. Well done.
But why educated guess? I thought because Maradona isn't 21, that's why he's saying educated guess possible.
Rossi also died, and Maradona being
Oh, Rossi also died in
Italian.
2021.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rossi
okay,
was.
okay.
Rossi also died.
Okay, didn't know that.
Question for Pranjal. In which Punjabi village was the eponymous Battle of Blank fought in 1845 between the Sikh Empire and the East India Company? The same word is part of the name of a famous location in Delhi. Agra Sen, Firoz Shah, Jahanpana, Mehrauli, and Safdarjung.
Mehrauli.
It's not that, Murty.
Safdarjung.
It's not that, Utkarsh.
Agrasen.
It's not Agra Sen, and you have to choose.
I'll go with Firoz Shah.
It is Firoz Shah.
This is
Firoz Shah Kotla.
No, everything else is also
Everything
are all
else is also
places
that,
in
but,
Delhi. So
I
that's
wanted Firoz Shah Kotla is quite old, so I believe that might have.
We know better than to rely on Nayan's reasoning.
Yeah, I just make some BS. I just
That
make some
sounds
BS.
like Ivan's ho. So he's getting the answers right, he's getting points, but don't listen to his reasoning. Question for Murty. The capital of which former Soviet republic, a landlocked country, is closest to Moscow among all former Soviet republic capitals? Astana, Bishkek, Chisinau, Kyiv, and Minsk.
Yep. Completely agree. Chisinau, Moldova.
It's not that. Pranjal?
Minsk.
It is
Yeah.
correct.
Belarus.
Where is Minsk? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's it's north. I was just thinking between Kiev and Minsk, which one is on the north?
Question for Murty. Tomato juice, ice cubes, lime juice, salt, a red pepper sauce, and celery stick garnish. What's the one other ingredient, a few drops of which go into a Bloody Mary to add some extra flavor? Apple cider vinegar, harissa, miso, mustard sauce, or Worcestershire sauce?
I have no idea. I'm a guess. Worcestershire sauce.
Please pronounce it correct.
Worcestershire sauce.
Murty, do you want to try again?
Worcestershire sauce. No.
It's Worcestershire sauce. You're supposed to say.
Nice.
Okay, question for Utkarsh. An animal names this bird because of the shape of its mouth. What is the bird called? Badger mouth, frog mouth, gator mouth, lizard mouth, and mole mouth.
Frog mouth.
It is frog mouth, yes.
Nice.
सब
Nice.
तुक्के हैं भाई.
And second question to Utkarsh. The Battle of Wandi Vash was a turning point in the history of the British Raj in India. If the French forces were led by Comte de Lally, then who led the victorious English forces? Arthur Wellesley, Charles Cornwallis, Iry Coote, James Wolfe, or Robert Clive?
Clive.
It's not Clive. Pranjal?
Pass.
Pass to Murty. Passes to Nayan.
Non-com. Is it Wellesley?
It's not Wellesley. It was
Okay.
Iry Coote.
Who's this? Okay.
Question for Nayan. The Cardinal of the Kremlin and Clear and Present Danger marked 2 consecutive years of Jack Ryan bestsellers by the same author, the last time anyone managed it before the era of John Grisham. Who was the author? Colin Forbes, Ken Follett, Letitia Highsmith, Robert Ludlum, or Tom Clancy?
Jack Ryan. Cardinal of Kremlin. Year of present danger. Jack Ryan. Hit. I'll say Ludlum.
Not Ludlum. Pranjal?
That's incorrect. Shit.
Tom Clancy?
Just Tom Clancy, yes.
Nice.
Wasn't he Rainbow Six or a person?
I think Rainbow Six is Jack Ryan.
Rainbow Six is Clancy.
I didn't know anyone besides Tom Clancy wrote Jack Ryan. So
Yeah, I think Tom
Oh, I
Clancy. is
didn't
the-
know Tom Clancy wrote Jack Ryan. Shit.
Question, man. Which one of the following national flags has more than 2 colors on it? Latvia, Micronesia, Malta, Saudi Arabia, and Singapore.
There's more than 2 colors. Oh shit. Not that. I'll go with Malta.
You are correct. It is Malta. That would look like.
Yeah, that छोटा सा plus वाला sign. Yeah.
Question for Pranjal. Who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for playing Al Lewis, an aging theatre actor reuniting with his maverick comic partner after years, only to find that their contrasting approaches make life comically difficult? Your options: Jason Robards, Kevin Kline, George Burns, Melvin Douglas, and Robin Williams.
yeah. Jason Roberts?
Not that. Motif? Passes.
Murty.
Pass.
Nayan?
Pass. No clue.
Passes. This was George Burns from the Sunshine Boys.
Okay.
Question for Pranjal. In the Merchant Navy, one of the ratings ranks on deck is that of an AB seaman, usually shortened to just AB. What does AB stand for? Able-bodied, above board, anchor bearing, anti-bulwark, or astern by?
Okay.
Who has started this? Harman?
Anchor bearing.
It's not anchor bearing. Murty?
Say something, Murthy.
Able-bodied.
It is able-bodied.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the least likely one.
Oh, sorry, my cameras. You can see me now, right? Yeah.
Is your meeting over, Murty?
Oh man, this 2 timing was so stressful, but yes, it's done.
Question for Murty. Cromwell at Windsor Castle is a Delacroix painting that depicts Oliver Cromwell sitting in front of a painting and staring deeply into it. Who is in the portrait? Akbar, Charles I, Eugene Delacroix himself, Oliver Cromwell himself, or Richard Cromwell, his son?
And I didn't know there were more Delacroix paintings. एक ही पता थी life में. That one on the Coldplay cover. Okay, let's go for Delacroix himself.
You are incorrect, Utkarsh.
Pass.
Charles the First.
It is Charles I, yes.
Oh, the other left-wheeled one.
I mean, I'm just thinking Windsor Castle, and why would it be anyone else?
Oh,
Okay, question
nice.
for- In the 1986 film Stand By Me, which actor aged 20 played the role of local hoodlum Ace Merrill and would go on to play an iconic lead character on television later in his adult life? Options: Bob Odenkirk, David Duchovny, Jason Sudeikis, Jerry Seinfeld, or Kiefer Sutherland.
57-year-old. So Sudeikis नहीं है. Seinfeld हो सकता है. Kiefer Sutherland भी हो सकता है. Bob Odenkirk भी हो सकता है. But who looks like a hoodlum? Let's go for Kiefer Sutherland.
You are correct. It is Kiefer Sutherland.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Very nice selection. Good stuff.
Who of them is Kiefer Sutherland?
The right one.
This one.
Okay.
Question for Utkarsh. Which of these World Cup squads had brothers in the squad together? Australia 99, the Lee brothers. New Zealand 1983, the Crow brothers. Pakistan 79, Mohammed brothers. South Africa 2011, the Mortal brothers. Or Zimbabwe 92, the Flower brothers.
Wow.
ये तो सब guess लेंगे.
I'll just say South Africa, Mortal Brothers.
It's not that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I'll pass.
Pranjal?
Pass.
Hey, what, guys? I think this is Australia 99, the Lee brothers.
It is not right.
Oh,
Any other
Oh.
options?
Zimbabwe.
Is it
Zimbabwe is what I was
Flower-
thinking.
Flower-
Mohammed brothers, the random one.
Still haven't heard the answer from anyone. This was New Zealand 1983, the Crow brothers.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's tough.
The one which was not chosen. Okay.
who's the other Crow brother? Sorry, Jeff.
Jeff,
Crow.
I think. Yeah.
Jeff Crow, yeah.
Second question for Utkarsh. A shiny red Subaru Impreza is at the heart of which car-themed 21st century movie? Baby Driver, Death Proof, The Fate of the Furious, The Italian Job, or The Transport?
Baby Driver.
You are
Yep.
correct.
Nice.
Question for Nan. Which five-letter word, a contracted form of a larger word, is the chief of the rating section on deck, responsible for maintenance and supervision in the merchant navy? Ambic, bosun, kedge, warrior, or smith?
Mm. Shit. I'll say Ambic.
It is not ambic, Utkarsh.
Pass.
Answer?
Pass.
Murty.
Pass. Ambic.
Smith.
Pass. Friendly.
Smith.
Mein passing
Don't say
options
Smith.
Also, you have
I was just
Don't
thinking
say
Smith.
Smith, please.
it's bosun, as in short for
Okay.
boat.
Boatswain. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't understand the question. Hold on.
Question for Nan. One more young actor in Stand By Me would go on to become a famous name. This guy played Denny, the elder brother of the main kid, Geordie. Who was this? A bachelor as of 2023. Antonio Banderas, Jim Carrey, John Cusack, John Hamm, or Keanu Reeves?
I'll guess Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is not right. Kush.
Pass.
गरम करके ठंडा छोड़ देना. One nice. Just
Pass.
Pass it to Murthy.
It's surprising that he's a bachelor, so it's between Banderas and John Hamm. I'll go for John Hamm.
It is not John Hamm.
John Cusack.
It is John Cusack, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Acha, is Joan Cusack his sister or his wife?
Sister, no? I think sister. They look very similar, so unlikely that they're husband and wife. It's
I don't know
sister.
if people marry who.
If Hercule Flambeau is the main criminal antagonist, whose name is said to have inspired Poirot's, then who is or whose name is said to have inspired Poirot's, then who is the main detective in the book series? Adam Dalgliesh, C. Auguste Dupont, Father Brown, Mike Grith, or Mike Hammer?
Okay. Dupin.
That, of course.
Pass.
Then,
Pass.
what?
What is this passing? I agree. Migrate.
It's not Margaret. That is that
Oh,
person.
That is why this is passing.
I thought it would be French, so either Dupin or Margaret.
Exactly.
Question for Pranjal. For which band did Hypnosis design an album cover in 1973 featuring naked figures creeping up Giant's Causeway? Options are Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, ELO, Led Zeppelin, or The Police.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin, right?
This is of the holy, no?
Yep.
Yeah.
Question for Murthy. The original title of which opera was Leonore or the Triumph of Marital Love, the only opera by the composer. The name was later changed to the name adopted by the opera's titular character in order to pose as a prison guard while retaining the core concept of the original title. Options: The Barber of Seville, Fidelio, Madame Butterfly, Otello, or Giacomo Casanova.
Fidelio?
Fidelio is right. Do you know who composed it?
Yes.
No idea. What's that?
This is Beethoven's only opera.
Oh,
Ah,
nice.
the triumph of marital love is appropriate. That's why Fidelio.
Mhm.
And the name was adopted by the titular character. So it's a short name.
Nice one.
Question for Murthy. The only German to ever win the Capo Cannoniere Award was which player in the 1997-98 season? His most famous claim to fame was a historic moment that was a first in football. Andreas Brem, Jürgen Klinsmann, Lothar Matthaus, Miroslav Klose, and Oliver Bierhoff.
Most famous claim to fame is probably a first golden goal. So I'll go for Bierhoff.
You are correct. This is Oliver Bierhoff.
Oof. Wow.
Nice.
Starting round 5, question for Utkarsh. Which band got Hypnosis to do this design for an album of theirs? In their own words on the official website, generally the concept is related to the universal idea that there is someone looking down on us all. The expression is also used in military and surveillance contexts. Your options are AC/DC, Alan Parsons Project, Status Quo, UFO, or Yes.
UFO?
On that, man.
Can you? Yeah. Expression is also used in military and surveillance context.
I'm passing you in 3.
Pass.
Hundred.
Can't guess.
Alan Parsons Project.
You are correct. It is the Alan Parsons Project. One is called Eye in the Sky.
Oh,
This looks like that Eye of Horus.
It does look
yeah,
like
it is that.
It is that.
Question for Utkarsh. Which island is depicted in the titular massacre in a Eugene Delacroix painting that shows dead and dying men, women, and children on the shore, victims of slaughter by the authorities? Aegina, Chios, Cyprus, Lesbos, or Rhodes?
Aegina.
It's not that. Man.
Not sure. I'll pass.
Pranjal?
Yes.
Yes, this is Massacre at Chios.
Oh, okay. Nice. Chaos. Wow.
Question for Nan. Chagatai Khan's army took on the Mamluk dynasty led by Balban in a battle fought in 1265. Which geographical entity gives its name to this battle? The same entity marked a terminal point of sorts in a different historical context. Aravali Hills, Baltistan Rocks, Bias River, Khyber Pass, or Siachen Glacier?
Yasuddin Balban and the Mamluks. Mamluks were the past those all. Geographical entity. There is a battle. Baltistan. I'll say Siachen.
It's not Siachen, of course.
Vyas River.
It is the best of it, yes. Do you know why?
That was the first guess. That was the first guess.
I think Alexander, I think, turned from there or something.
Alexander the Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I thought, fuck, yeah, right.
Question for then. Whiskey, Angostura bitter, citrus zest, maybe a splash of water. One more ingredient goes in right at the beginning to make the old-fashioned cocktail in the classic way. What? Cherry, dark chocolate, cinnamon stick, sugar cube, or tea bag?
I'll say cinnamon stick.
It's not a cinnamon stick, because
Pass.
last Pranjal.
Sugar cube.
Sugar cube is right. There's no sweetener.
Very
So you have to put a sweetener. Question for Pranjal. Which of these pairs of monarchs of England were not siblings? Edward III, followed by Richard II, George IV, followed by William IV, Mary II, followed by Anne Richard the Lionheart, followed by John, and William II, followed by Henry I.
Anything. So Richard the Lionheart followed by John.
Not that, of course.
Pass.
Then,
Pass.
Murty.
I want to take a guess. George the Fourth, followed by William.
He is not right. This was Edward
The
III,
William
followed by
II?
Richard II.
Okay.
Everybody else, I presumably, was siblings.
This is Arnold's area.
Question, Pranjal. The main character of which 18th century opera meets his end at the hands of a statue's grip, punished for his relentless seductions and murders? Aeneas, Don Giovanni, Faust, Figaro, or La Boheme?
Don Giovanni?
Is correct. So Don Giovanni.
Nice.
Question for Murty. What rhyming name is given to this South American bird whose only two species are the Andean and the Guanan variants? Cock of the rock, dove of love, lark of the park, swift of the rift, or tit of the pit? I can read this again if you want.
I like the way you were saying it.
Yeah, I can say it again if you want me to. Okay, like don't
Go for it, Herman. Go for it. Don't
Go
hold
for
it.
Cock of the rock, dove of love, lark of the park, swift of the rift, or tit of the pit?
Now I know the answer.
Mostly lost. What's the answer?
We're still going to wait until we can hear you clearly. So we're still waiting.
Sorry.
Still can't hear.
Type.
Did we lose him?
Probably. Cool. No attempts yet. We'll wait for him to get back.
Can't hear you, Murthy. Just
Type
type.
it. Murthy, type it. Type your answer. We can't hear you.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen this. Guys, we started off with a bunch of spectators, but we've lost all of them. You guys are very boring people to watch, apparently.
Sorry for that. I'll
Option
try
2,
to
Herman.
maintain that energy once again and try to make some content for the recording.
Okay.
Option 2 is what he said. So dove of love.
Oh, he said develop, is it? Oh, Arnold's still here. Okay. No, I didn't actually hear him, so maybe I can just wait for a little longer. Murthy, can you say the answer?
No,
again?
he typed in the B612 group.
Oh, what the fuck?
Option.
Wow.
Option 2, very nice, very nice. Okay, it's not develop. Utkarsh,
Pass.
Wow.
take a free shot for this. This is like nice and fun. Take a free shot. Sure.
At a free shot, okay.
Cock of the rock.
Cock of the rock is right. Well done.
Take a screenshot as well with Murthy.
Cock of the rock. Okay, Murthy is back. Murthy, you back?
Yes. Yes. You can
Question
hear me,
two.
right? Yeah.
When this band member went solo, he turned to hypnosis to design his first 3 album covers. While the albums are known by his name, followed by the first 1, 2, and 3, they are also called Car, Scratch, and Melt, respectively, as a nod to the artwork. Who is the musician? Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Paul McCartney, Peter Gabriel, or Sid Barrett?
Jimmy Page did go solo. Sid Barrett did go solo. Paul McCartney went solo. Clapton went solo. Fuck. I'll go for Peter Gabriel.
Excellent selection. It's Peter Gabriel.
Very nice.
Nice.
Round 6, question for Utkarsh. Which of these words is a job designation of a maintenance person in the engine section of the Merchant Navy, as well as a part of a car? Charger, fender, muffler, starter, wiper.
Muffler.
It's not muffler, no.
I'll take a punt and I'll say गाड़ी साफ करने वाला wiper.
It's correct. This is the wiper.
Very nice.
Question for Utkarsh. Dark and light rum, orange curacao or triple sec, lime juice, ice, mint sprig all go into the Mai Tai. Which nutty syrup completes the ingredient list? Agave syrup, barley malt syrup, date syrup, orgeat syrup, or trickle?
Orgeat syrup.
You are
That's
correct.
correct.
It is orgeat syrup.
Arey wah.
Vivek's food pod.
What is orgeat even?
That's the
almond,
only
it's
reason
a-
I said it.
It's a nutty syrup.
Roasted almond or something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Rose water,
That
orange
sounds
juice.
good.
Yeah, it's good.
Question. Who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for playing Charles Kingsfield Jr., a brilliant, stern, and demanding teacher in Harvard, and his equation with one particular student? The actor discovered one of Hollywood's greatest film personalities ever, and is behind the production of one of the greatest films ever. Jack Lemmon, Jack Palance, Jim Broadbent, J.K. Simmons, or John Houseman?
And shit. Did J.K. Simmons win for Whiplash? Not sure. Let's go with J.K. Simmons.
It's not J.K. Simmons, of course.
Pass.
Pranjal?
Jack Palance?
It's not Jack Palance.
Oh,
Okay.
प्रांजल से नहीं हो तो मेरे से नहीं होगा पास.
Passes. This is John Houseman. He discovered Orson Welles.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Wow.
He discovered Orson Welles, so this must be like a 1910s question or something. I don't know.
Mm.
I have 20.
Wow.
I've never
I
heard
went
of
to
him.
2010. Wow.
Question for Nayan.
Century
Charles
off.
Augustus Milverton, the man with the books, is the little antagonist in a Sherlock Holmes short story, one of the non-Moriarty antagonists Holmes comes across. What is his speciality as a criminal? Blackmail, counterfeit, embezzlement, kidnapping, or narcotics? He showed up in the TV show as well, Sherlock.
Yeah. Season 3 ending.
Funny enough, I have neither read the books nor I have seen any episode of the TV show. So I was just acting
Which
of
TV
thinking. I'll go with something which I'll go with embezzlement.
It's not embezzlement. Gosh.
Kidnapping.
It's not kidnapping. Pranjal?
Counterfeit.
It's not counterfeit. Murthy, is it blackmail or
Blackmail.
narcotics? It is blackmail, yes.
The guy in the TV series was also blackmailer.
Yes. And
Okay. I
so
don't
in the
think-
TV series, they try to take attributes of characters from the original things and just dial it up, right? So when he first shows up in the TV series, he pees on somebody's carpet. Okay. Because I think the whole impression that they're trying to give you is this man is disgusting. He's so disgusting. He's just disgusting. Because blackmail was viewed that way in Victorian era books. So in the Arthur Conan Doyle books, blackmail is the most disgusting crime you could possibly do.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So, Pranjal, if a movie has a fictional vehicle called a Giga Horse made with 2 Cadillacs, higher rear wheels, and a rugged front design, then it is being driven by whom? Anton Chigurh, Ghostbusters, Immortan Joe, RoboCop, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Guessable, I think.
Ghostbusters.
It's not Ghostbusters, no.
The rest we are like,
Passing
yeah,
away.
chalo, let's take it. I'll take a TMNT.
It's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because you have 3. You have Anton Chigurh, Immortal Joe, or RoboCop.
RoboCop.
It is not RoboCop. Murthy, is it Anton Chigurh or Immortan Joe?
दोनों का नाम नहीं सुना. Let's go for Anton Chigurh.
Is incorrect.
It was
Shouldn't be.
Uh,
Shigur was the only one I knew it won't be because.
yeah,
it's-
because he's the No Country for
Yeah.
Old Men guy. That Javier
yeah,
Bardem.
So from
Yeah,
the Mad
no.
Max movie, this particular car is 2 cars stacked very weirdly on top of each other. So that's the 2 Cadillacs that they're talking about.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Should have gone with that.
Question from Jay. Asmara is on the same latitude as which capital city on the Arabian Peninsula? Baghdad, Doha, Muscat, Riyadh, or Sana'a?
Oh, Bhagwan.
Yeah, I hope I should be Sana.
You're right.
Wow.
Territory. Okay.
Question for Moti. Which of these posters features real-life siblings who acted in the movie together? Both of them are visible in the poster. Your options are The Dark Knight, Good Will Hunting, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, On Golden Pond, or Young Guns.
Okay, do you mind zooming in? Sorry, I don't know this by knowing.
No one knows, I believe.
Just by law of averages, I will go for Life Aquatic because it has most people in it. Chances of siblings being there is highest.
It is not correct, man.
Wow. I'm tempted to say, but shit, yeah. Yeah, let's go with it. The Young Guns.
It's
Enough.
yes, Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen.
Second highest number of people.
So Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. I didn't know Charlie Sheen.
Emilio Estevez नाम बदला हुआ है.
No, Charlie Sheen has changed his name.
Charlie Sheen नाम. Sorry, my bad.
Presumably, Emilio Estevez did not change his name. Question for Murthy. The Battle of Raj Mahal in the 16th century resulted in a Mughal victory over the Afghan Karani dynasty. In what part of India, thus bringing it under Mughal rule finally? Ahmednagar, Assam, Awadh, Bengal, or Sindh?
Raj. Afghans would not have been in Assam. The Afghans would not be in Bengal. Afghans could be in Awadh. Something they were now. Finally, let's go for Ahmednagar.
It's not Ahmednagar, Utkarsh.
Is it Awadh?
It's not Awadh, no.
Oh wow. Battle of Raj Mahal over the Afghan Karani dynasty. What all is done? Awadh and
Ahmednagar and Awadh is done.
I'll say Sindh.
It is not Sindh, Pranjal.
Oh wow, okay. I'll say Bengal.
Bengal is right.
Oh, nice.
I would have gone for
Afghans were in
Sindh.
Bengal. Wow.
Didn't know they reached that far. Wow.
No pressure, but the man himself has also joined the audience. Dhruv is here watching you. Starting round
Hey
7.
Dhruv.
Starting round
Hey,
7.
Dhruv.
Question for Utkarsh. Bill Graham comes out of retirement to enlist Hannibal Lecter's help in catching a cannibalistic criminal in a 1981 novel later adapted to film. What is the name given to this antagonist, Francis Dolarhyde? Buffalo bill, human piranha, red dragon, tooth fairy, or woolly mammoth?
Buffalo Bill.
It's not buffalo bill.
Hmm.
Any answer?
I will go and say Tooth Fairy. Just why not?
It is tooth fairy. Well done.
Oh,
Wow. It was the most unconventional one. I was like, yeah, let's go with that.
Buffalo Bill is incidentally the killer in the movie, in the
in the
silence.
movie.
Um,
I would have gone for Red Dragon because that is the other
yeah,
book and movie.
the
so,
other book that was based on the first novel was called Red
yeah.
Dragon. Apparently, the first book had a bad person called Tooth Fairy. Question for Utkarsh. This 1961 Ben E. King song "Stand by Me," which inspired the 1986 film, has a recognizable background rhythm created with 3 instruments. The double bass holds the melody, the triangle creates the bell sound, and the gyro creates the third prominent sound. What is the gyro? How is the gyro played? Is it played by plucking, rubbing, scraping, shaking, or striking?
Know the sound, don't know how it comes.
Utkarsh took off his earphones, man. What is this?
Euro.
Is it plucking?
It's not plucking. Eh?
I have 2 guesses. I'll say rubbing.
It's not rubbing. Pranjal?
That's the other one.
Shaking?
It's not shaking. Murthy, you have scraping. and
Striking.
It is not striking.
Get a scraping.
Dun 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 dun
Scrape.
dun dun dun.
Oh, wow. I
dun,
thought
dun,
Wala
dun.
sound
Dun,
shaking
dun,
sound.
dun,
Okay.
dun,
I think I
dun,
can.
dun, dun, dun,
I think Murthy is actually singing the song together. Nicely.
dun,
Question
dun,
9.
dun, dun.
In the 2014-15 season,
Sorry.
Luca Toni won the Capo Cannoniere. It was the first time that this club had someone win the top goal scorer award. Which club was he playing for? Cremonese, Fiorentina, Hellas Verona, Napoli, or Sampdoria?
First time this club had won the top goal scorer award. I'll say Hellas Verona.
You are correct. It is Hellas Verona.
Wow. Good
Wow.
shot.
Yes.
Good guess. Question 9.
Luca Toni is proper journeyman. कितना जगह खेला है. I think he's played for like 2 of those clubs at least.
Fiorentina, he definitely played for a long time. I would have thought Fiorentina.
Question 9. Which princess in a 19th century opera is at the heart of an invasion of one kingdom by another from the south in an attempt to rescue her from captivity, and all the while she is in love with someone from the land of her captivity? Aida, Helena, Isolde, Tosca, or Turandot?
Is it Turandot?
It is not Turandot. Utkarsh?
Is it Isolde?
It is not Isolde. Pranjal?
Aida?
It is Aida, yes.
Egyptian.
Yeah, don't make me embarrass myself again, Pranjal. Choose the wrong one out of 2.
Question for Pranjal. Another drink that uses orgeat syrup is the talula. It consists of rye whiskey, coke, orgeat made with a special ingredient, and pieces of that same ingredient dropped in. This is because of the southern tradition of dropping pieces of that ingredient into coke and enjoying it. What ingredient? Crisps, jujubes, M&Ms, peanuts, or Turkish delight?
I've never heard of this. Okay.
Coke as in ये वाला Coke or
It's pretty clear, Nayan. I think it's pretty clear from the question which Coke we're talking about. There is no doubt in this question.
Dropping pieces of something into.
Just
Okay, so what could it be?
I don't know, man. Nan, how do you plan to inhale jujubes or M&Ms or chips? How do you plan to inhale chips?
just crush them, you know.
Pranjal?
I'll say peanuts.
You are right. Peanuts and Coke sounds like
wow.
a great idea, actually.
Nutty
Yeah, it's
also
actually
kind
I
of-
mean,
also
you're doing
because,
it anyway in your stomach. Might as well do it outside.
Like any sort of salty thing to your cook is actually a great idea.
What?
No,
Yeah. Have you tried putting chaat masala? Fucking insane. It's
it's
On
very
what
good.
was
Yeah,
it?
Kanji kanji to hai, haan.
Exactly. Question for Pranjal. The red stripes in all but one of these flags symbolizes the shedding of blood, which is the exception, but the red symbolizes the evening fires lit inside homes. Once again, an educated guess is possible. Afghanistan, Bolivia, Laos, Liechtenstein, or Mali.
Hmm.
I think Liechtenstein would have shed any blood, so I'll just guess Liechtenstein.
You are correct. It is Liechtenstein.
Nice.
Fires that fight the cold climate at Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which John Le Carre book, a sequel to two previous books, became the best-selling book for the year 1964? Call for the Dead, The Honorable Schoolboy, Smiley's People, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, and The Tailor of Panama.
Spy Who Came In From the Cold is the first one, isn't it? Has to be between. Call for the Dead is also one of the early ones. Let's go for Call for the Dead, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
And then, oh, this is Spike who came in from the cold.
You are correct. How did you do that?
I've read the first three books. I just trying to remember the order.
So I've also
Oh,
read
wow.
them, but I messed up this question because I thought Spy Who Came From the Cold was not a sequel, but turns out it is a sequel. I'd forgotten that it
Yeah.
was.
It's not exactly a sequel. It's just part of the Smiley series. So
Correct,
Call
correct.
for the Dead, then Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and then Spy Who Came.
No. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is the first of the Carla trilogy. So it's separate. Spy Who Came In From the Cold is features Smiley, but it's the third book with Smiley in it. So Call for the Dead and Honorable Schoolboy both come before Spy Who Came In From the Cold, I think.
Okay. Honorable School was the second. Okay.
Question for Murthy. On what part of their uniform do Merchant Navy officers display their rank? Breast pocket, the cap brim, the epaulette, the necktie, or the waistband?
Is it rude to ask what is the epaulette?
I think epaulette is those things that you have on your shoulder, the sort of dress
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Thanks. Let's go for cap brim.
It's not cap brim, Utkarsh.
epaulette.
It is epaulette, yes.
Yep. All the ranks.
Yeah, I knew it
So,
only because I
Akshay
watched
Kumar,
Seahawks.
of all people, you did not expect to see a picture of Akshay Kumar in this question.
He was in the Merchant Navy? I thought he was in the Navy only. Okay.
No, this is that movie. Array.
Arey, I know, but in
Rustam.
that Nanavati, I didn't realize he was in the Navy. Merchant Navy.
Which dislikable character from a 19th century opera was reimagined in a modern racial setting, with the actress playing the role becoming the first black actress ever to be nominated for a Best Actress Oscar? Carmen, Idomeneo, Lady Macbeth, Salome, or Traviata?
Can I ask, is the film fairly recent or what?
You cannot ask.
Sorry.
Traviata.
All right. And
I will go with Lady Macbeth.
there's not Lady Macbeth. Okay.
Let's move on. Let's go for it.
It's the other one then.
Dislikable. So Salome.
It is not Salome. Pranjal, you have to choose between Carmen and Idomeneo.
I'll say Carmen.
You are
Yeah.
correct. It is Carmen.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, Carmen sounds good.
Okay, this is the final round. As it stands, Pranjal seems to have cracked this format. The rest of you are still figuring it out.
Not that much, man.
It's not the format that needs to be figured, it's the questions.
Utkarsh,
Hey,
the
the quiz master is there. Don't say something like that.
The 2016-17 Capo Cannonair winner marked a first and only as a 2023 win for which Balkan nation? The player had already come off a successful stint in the English Premier League and went on to score even more in a Serie A. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Montenegro, Serbia, or Slovenia?
Croatia.
It's not right, man.
Not Croatia. Okay. I'll go with Slovenia.
It's not that.
I know the player, but I'm confused about the country. This is Edin Dzeko, who's I think from Bosnia.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
It's correct.
Nice.
In Jekko. Shit.
Question for Nayan. If you look through a powerful enough telescope from New York City across the Atlantic to the first capital city on the same latitude as NYC, which city would you be looking at? Dakar, Dublin, Madrid, Oslo, Paris. Big revelation of this quiz is that Dhruv is a flat earther.
World be flat. Dhaka, Dublin, Madrid, Oslo, or Paris. Shit. I'll say Paris.
It's not Paris, of course.
No, it's the other one.
Madrid.
Madrid is right. New York and Madrid, same latitude. Okay, question for Nayan. Delacroix's Liberty Leading the People is mistakenly believed to be referencing the French Revolution. It is actually about the 1830 July Revolution, which removed which ruler from power? Charles X, Louis XIV, Louis XVIII, Louis Philippe I, or Napoleon III?
Now I don't know. The Bonaparte was first, second, or third. Wow. Charles the 10th, Louis the 14th तो बहुत पुराना हो गया. Louis the 18th, 16th तो हमारा गया था. 17, 18 थे क्या? Louis Philippe sounds like an 18th century, नहीं बटे तो 19th century रहेगा.
Your answer, please?
I'll go with Charles the 10th.
You are correct. It is Charles X. Great selection. Question, Pranjal. The best-selling book of the year for 1967 was The Arrangement by an Oscar-winning director about an extramarital affair in California. He adapted his own book to the screen in 1969 with Kirk Douglas and Faye Dunaway starring. Who was this director and writer? David Lean, Elia Kazan, Francis Ford Coppola, Mel Brooks, or William Wyler?
William Wyler?
Say again, please.
Wyler.
Not William Wyler, Utkarsh.
David Lean.
Not David Lean. And
Was it the arrangement? Just a second. I will say, यार दोनों में doubt है यार. I'll go Mel Brooks.
it is not Mel Brooks. Uti, you have to choose between Elia Kazan and Francis Ford Coppola.
Let's go for Elia Kazan.
You are correct.
should be.
Okay, and second question, Pranjal. What unusual name is this bird also known by after a fictional character? Cruella parrot, Deadpool parrot, Dracula parrot, Kane parrot, or Spider-Man parrot?
Cruella.
It's not Cruella parrot, of course.
Dracula parrot.
Dracula parrot is right, yes.
Everyone is in double digits. Wow.
I like the idea of the cane parrot. Like the
But really great options.
Yeah, all of them are those red and
Yeah.
red and black. So I was kind of.
Last two questions of the quiz. First one for Murty. All but one of the following national flags have some form of flora on them: trees, plants, crops, etc. Which one is the exception? Eritrea, Grenada, Lebanon, San Marino, or Tajikistan?
idea what the flags of the last two. पहले तीन में भी है. Eritrea. Go for San Marino.
It is not San Marino, Utkarsh.
Tajikistan.
It is Tajikistan.
Ah, man.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, and the last question of today's MCQ set, it is for Murty. Who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar in the 1950s for playing Oscar Muldoon, an opportunistic film publicist to the titular character? This is the only example of someone winning an Oscar for playing an Oscar. Your options are Anthony Quinn, Edmund O'Brien, George Sanders, Sean Connery, or Walter Matthau.
Matthau. Nice name.
What elimination will I do? Let's say it is not a Scottish person. So let's remove Sean Connery and Edmund O'Brien. Let's say it's not an Irish person. Let's remove Quinn and Sanders. Let's go for Walter Matthau.
Fabulous logic, and it is incorrect.
Is it?
Mine. It's mine.
Oh, sorry.
I will go with George Sanders.
It is not George Sanders.
Fuck.
You have Quinn, O'Brien, and Connery.
All Irish.
Edmund O'Brien.
It is Edmund O'Brien, and that completes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
10th place, Murty at
Lovely,
2
lovely.
points. 3rd place, Utkarsh.
Nice set. Once again, nice set. What can I
Nayan
say?
at 12 points,
As
Murty
usual.
at
Yeah.
17.
Fun, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice set,
you.
Dhruv. Thank you so much for reading.
Harder
it.
than
you.
your
Making
usual,
the set.
though, but fun nonetheless.
It gives
Yeah,
you a false
it-
hope. Actually, it gives you a false hope.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. You start thinking that you should definitely try, but you shouldn't try.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely had to be harder, otherwise in MCQ would not have worked,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Thank you
It
for
does
reading her.
I didn't
Thanks
know
for
Apparently,
reading
it's
her, man.
popular. What is
format
popular
like this
in
allows you
Singapore?
to ask much harder questions. Like you can ask like sports questions where the answers are just names, and people can maybe eliminate some based on something that they've heard. So like
Yeah.
the questions that just have names of the answers and are always irritating, MCQs are a good way to ask them.
Yeah.
I like the ones where you could do it some sort of educated guess, right? So that's
Like
okay.
let's no Irish, no Scottish, like that,
Yeah. That Liechtenstein one also.
But Nayan had some very good guesses, right? Ho of Ivan and Ivanhoe. Rebecca is the Ho of Ivan.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks a lot. Bye.